while learning about space, we're gonna watch a video about astronauts, and then you're going to write complete sentences explaining why you want to be an astronaut, okay? All right. So first I'm gonna show you the video, just to kind of get us warmed up. Okay. Whoops, wrong screen. There we go.
My job is pretty great. I get to learn about amazing animals and places and do fun experiments with all of you. And you know another job that seems really great, you might even say it's out of this world, being an astronaut. Astronauts are people who travel and work in space. Going to space seems like a big adventure, and it is, but that's not why astronauts go to space. At least, it's not the main reason. Astronauts go to space so they can learn more about what's beyond our planet. They spend weeks, months, or even a whole year away from their friends and family to study space in person. Then, they come back home and share their new knowledge with all of us. Do you want to go to space? If you do, maybe you want to know exactly what it takes to be an astronaut and what they do up there all day before you sign up. Let's find out what it takes to be an astronaut. The fact is, practically anybody can become an astronaut. You don't even have to be a certain age. You just have to have a few main things under your belt. For one thing, you have to have studied science in college, which means you pretty much have to be a grown-up or a young adult. You also have to have spent some time, specifically 3 years, actually doing the science that you've studied. That's because most astronauts are actually scientists, and there are all kinds of scientists who work in space, some of which we've talked about before, like biologists, or astronomers, or chemists. Finally, to be an astronaut, you have to go through a special physical checkup, because living in space, where you're always floating around in low gravity and in a crowded spacecraft, can be really hard on your body. So everyone wants to make sure you're healthy enough to do it. But that's not it. Thousands of people sign up to become astronauts, but only a very few are actually chosen to go on a mission. After years of training, those lucky few finally get sent to space, where they have some really important jobs to do. What kind of jobs are there? Well, some astronauts are pilots. Their job is to get the spacecraft where it needs to go safely. They're also in charge of getting the craft back to Earth. Astronauts that aren't pilots are called mission specialists, and they perform a lot of different
So we have pilots and mission specialists.
jobs. One of those jobs is to work with the pilots to keep the spacecraft and equipment working. This means they inspect the spacecraft and its different parts every day to make sure everything is doing just what it's supposed to do. Another job for mission specialists is doing experiments, where scientists try different things to see what happens. Many of those experiments are done in the International Space Station, or ISS. Yeah?
That's the International Space Station. It is flying around us, just like the movies. Yeah, it's flying around us as we speak.
ISS is in orbit around the Earth and was built for astronauts to work and live in for long periods of time. Some of the experiments that have been done on the space station have been things like growing zucchinis to see how vegetables grow in space. Other scientists have looked at how different animals like flies or even squids get used to life in space. Another important job astronauts do is to help launch satellites. These are machines that fly in orbit around the Earth, and they can do all sorts of things, like take pictures of the Earth, or help us know what the weather's going to be like, or send signals for television and radio. Now, most of the time, astronauts do their jobs inside the space station or their spacecraft. But for some jobs, astronauts have to suit up and go for a spacewalk. A spacewalk is when an astronaut leaves the spacecraft to do their job outside, in space, and is one of the toughest jobs that astronauts do. Astronauts do spacewalks when they need to fix or build something on the outside of the spacecraft. And to do that, they have to wear special spacesuits. There's no air in space, and it's really, really cold. So these special suits...
Do you see his face? He's inside there. Do you see his smile? He's like floating there in space. Isn't that cool?
Why is he holding onto a rope?
Oh, listen, she'll tell you why.
protect the astronauts from the cold and give them air to breathe. They're also protected by being tethered or tied to the spacecraft by a long cable that keeps them from floating away. Being an astronaut sounds like hard work, but you get to see our planet from space and conduct awesome experiments and work on cool technology every day and even go for spacewalks. So what do you think? us help you get there. If you have a question for us about space or, well,
All right, do you want to be an astronaut?
No.
No, why not?
Scary.
It's scary. If you were an astronaut, what do you think you would, what kind of jobs do you think you would be
I
good at?
would go on the rocket thingy.
In the rocket thing?
With the satellite, that big one. The big one.
So you'll be part of the satellite missions to release them? Or would you go on the outside of them? You'd stay inside? Yeah, you would do experiments, so then you would be the scientist doing experiments. Yeah. So that's what we're going to write about.
I also want to.
Raise your hand. You gotta raise your hand. Yes.
I also want to go on the moon.
Ooh, astronauts go on the moon. So do you want to be an astronaut? Yeah, okay, awesome. That's what we're going to write about today in our astronaut application. Why would you be a good astronaut? And what activities would you like to do as an astronaut? Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on today. Just like she said, do you want to be an astronaut? It would be really cool, right? Especially to see Earth from space. Not very many people get to see Earth from space. So now, in order to complete our application, we have to write a complete sentence. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to write a complete sentence about why you would be a good astronaut. Very good. Good job, Ivory. All right. All right, so let's go over what a sentence is. What's missing in this sentence? Number one, the boy said hello. What's missing in that sentence?
A capital letter.
A capital letter where? Right here? On said?
No.
Right here on boy?
No.
Where?
On that.
On the. Why does that need to be capitalized?
Because every sentence starts with a capital I.
Very good, because every sentence starts with a capital letter. Good. What about number two? What's missing in this sentence? Number two, the box was open. Raise your hand. Ivory.
Period.
A period. Very good. The box was open. Period. Every sentence needs to have a what? Do you remember? A period. What are those called? Periods and exclamation points. What are they called?
Period.
Starts with a-
Exclamation mark and question.
What are they called? They're called
Punctuation.
punctuation. Good job. So if I had an exclamation point there, how would we read the sentence? If we had an exclamation point, they look like this. How would we read that sentence?
The box is open.
The box is open! That's right. But since you said it's a period, we're just going to read it normal. Let's read it together. The box was open. Very good. What's missing in this sentence? The girl's name is Grace.
A capital letter and a period.
A capital letter here and a period here. But her name is Grace. It's okay. Her name is Grace. What needs to happen with Grace?
A capital letter.
A capital letter on her name. Okay, I'm going to be looking for that in our writing today. So make sure that you're capitalizing what needs to be capitalized and you're putting punctuations where they need to go. Okay? Thumbs up if you get it. All right. Or thumbs down if you don't. Oh, you have a question?
Why do you write on the TV?
Because this is my screen. All right, let's go to the next slide. Which sentence is a complete sentence? The boy said, the box was open, the girl's name. Which one's complete? A, B, or C? Raise your hand if you know. Don't yell out. Ivory?
The box is open.
The box was open. Why is that complete, Ivory? How do you know?
Because it has a full sentence and it tells you what happened.
Okay.
It has a capital letter, and a period.
At the
End.
very good. And what is that period called?
Punctuation.
Punctuation. Good job. All right, now we're going to write our own sentences. And I'm going to have you write a sentence about what is your favorite food. So how would that sentence start? What is your favorite food? How would we start that sentence?
My favorite.
Raise your hand. I like to see hands raised. Ivory.
My favorite food is ice cream.
All right, can you come write that on the board, please? My favorite food is ice cream. Remember, we're going to start on the side and we're going to write it across. Can you write it in blue, please? So we can make our corrections with black. Everybody should be writing their own sentence. All right, everybody's writing their sentence. My favorite food. Is, yes?
Does ice cream have a capital letter?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, write it. My favorite food is what? So we would have here my favorite food is, and then what do you have to do? All right. Thumbs up raise your hand if you need some more time. Okay. Your thumbs up? Okay, good. Go sit down. Good job. All right. Couple more seconds. All right, everybody, let's look at the example on the board. My student, Ivory, wrote, my favorite food is ice cream. Oh, wow, she even spelled cream correctly. Good job. All right, let's look at the sentence. Is it a complete sentence? My favorite food is ice cream. Yes, it's a complete sentence. Good. Does it start with a capital letter?
Yeah.
Yes. Does it end with a punctuation?
Yeah.
Yes. Very good job. Everybody clap for Ivory. Good job, Ivory. All right, ice cream is not capitalized, okay? Next time we'll remember that, so I'll go ahead and fix that. Good job. It's okay. If you want to come and join us, you have to sit right here nicely, okay? All right, so what we're going to write a full sentence. Oh, hold on. Let me write what my favorite food is. My favorite food is pizza. Is my sentence complete?
Yes.
Yep, I have a capital letter and I have a punctuation here at the end. And did I answer the question? Did I answer the question? Did I write what my favorite food was? Yes. Everybody give me a thumbs up. Good job. All right, I'm going to erase this. Now, it's okay. I'm glad it erases, right? Whew, if it didn't erase, we would be in some big trouble.
Oh, yes.
All right, so now I'm going to bring up our writing rubric. This is what I'm going to grade you on, okay? So, when you get your application to become an astronaut, I'm going to be looking for some things when you're writing this, okay? I'm going to be looking for, let's make this bigger. I'm going to be looking for capitalization and punctuation. I'm going to be looking to see if your sentences have the correct capitalizations and punctuations, okay? One second, my turn first. I'm gonna be looking for sentence fluency. Does your sentence answer the question? What is your favorite food? My favorite food is ice cream. Does it answer the question?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Neatness. I have to be able to read your sentence, okay? Spelling. I'm gonna see that you're trying really hard to spell those words correctly, okay? And some of the words are in the sentence, okay? Like astronaut, good. What would you like to do as an astronaut? What activities? So the words are already on the page, okay? So we need to really look for those words to spell them correctly. And content. It says here that your writing must have at least 2 sentences. So 1 sentence here and 1 sentence here, okay? How many sentences?
2.
At least
2.
2. Very good. Now I saw that you had a question. Do you have a question? No? Okay, so what does our paper have to have? It has to have
A period.
capital
and
A.
a capital
Very
letter.
good. Then it needs to make sense,
Sense.
right? And it needs to be neat.
Neat.
And it needs to have the correct
Sentence.
spelling. And there at least needs to be how many? 2
sentences.
sentences, okay? All right, I'm gonna pass out our application.
Ow! What was this?
Liv, if you're going to join our classroom, you need to be quiet. Okay, I'm gonna pass out our application and then we'll go over it. Don't start it yet, okay? Here you go, and Liv, I will get you a piece of paper and a pencil too. Okay. All right, wait to start. Yep, we're gonna start with our name. You're gonna put your age. Everybody say age. Okay, so how old are you, Liv? 3, good. And how old are you, Ivory? 7. So you're gonna write that number here. And it says right here, gender, male or female. Male means boy and female means girl. Female, girl, you girls are both girls, so you're gonna check female, okay? And in this box, it says, why would you be a good astronaut? So how would we start that sentence? How would we start that sentence? Remember our pronouns? What would be our pronoun to start that with? Why would you be a good astronaut, Ivory?
A capital
A capital letter, but our pronoun would be
letter.
I. Very good, you remembered. I would be a good astronaut because, and then you write that out, okay? Wait to write, please. Pencils down. Wait to write, okay? I'll tell you when to begin. Okay, on the second box it says, what activities would you like to do as an astronaut? So pretend that we're inside the space station. And remember the video that she said some of them grow zucchini and they watch how flies and squid act in space. So what activities would you like to do? Maybe there's sports on the space station. Maybe there's dogs on the space station. Maybe there's gardens and butterflies. What would you like to do? Maybe there's Legos on the space station. How would you build the Legos in space when there's no gravity? Think about all the fun things you would like to do as an astronaut and write a complete sentence on what you would like to do as an astronaut, okay? And remember, when you're filling out these questions, our grading tool, okay, this is called a rubric. Capitalization and punctuation. Your sentences have to answer the question, has to be neat. You have to try your best at spelling, and 2 sentences. That means one in each box. Okay? All right, I'm gonna let you write your sentence, and then when you're done, bring it to me, and we'll go over the rubric together. Okay?
Okay. I'm gonna write my sentence too.
Okay. Yes, let's write your sentence quietly. Okay?
What
would you be a good astronaut? Let's see. I'm gonna answer this question. Yes, Ivory, do you have a question?
Which one is astronaut?
Which word is astronaut? This one. Astronaut application. Why would I be a good astronaut? I would
Be a good astronaut.
astronaut. Yes.
Can I spell my because song?
You have to try your best. We've worked on because all year long. You even have a little song for that, remember?
Can I sing it?
Yes, in your head, please. You gotta give everybody respect when they're working. And I put it up here. What activity is it? Your answers have to be different than mine. Be creative. Why would you be a good astronaut? Will you tell me why you want to be a good astronaut?
Because I want to find a moonwalk.
You want to learn how to moonwalk?
No.
Oh,
A
you want to
moonwalk.
find a moonwalk because you like moonwalks. Awesome. Very good answer. Remember, try your best at spelling. Think about the words you're saying and use your sounds to sound them out. What activities would you like to do as an astronaut? I would what? My answer was this. I would like to test gravity and float. Yes?
Can I write two in the
Yes, you can write more than one. And you at least have to have two, okay? What activities would you like to do, Ivory?
Walk on the moon and see how hard it is to walk on the ground.
Oh, so you want to walk on,
And to do science because I like science.
so you want to do science and walk on the moon. Perfect. Let's see that sentence. Sounds like a complete sentence to me. pull up some pictures of astronauts. Let's do that. Give you guys some inspiration. Astronauts. Keep going. Oh, I'll erase it. Keep going, please. Keep going. We're almost done. Okay. When you're done, come over here and sit by me. And bring your paper so we can make sure we have everything that we've done, okay? Alright, so does your paper have capitalization and punctuation? Okay, and where does the capital letter go?
That's the first letter
Very good. And where's the punctuation?
at the end.
Very good. Okay. And do all of your sentences have that? Okay. How about sentence fluency? Do your sentences answer the question? Okay. Neatness. Can we read it? If you were to stand up in front of the classroom, would you be able to read your own writing? Very good. And spelling. Did you try your best at spelling all of the words? Okay. And are there at least 2 sentences? All right. I will take that. Okay. And now that you have some extra time, you may draw yourself in space while we wait to close up the lesson, okay? Draw yourself in space. I'll go ahead and put these over here and close up our lesson. Yes, and we'll have more time to draw after recess, okay? All right, everybody pencils down? Class? Yes, put your pencils down, very good. All right, today our objective says, I can write a complete sentence. Today, did we write complete sentences? Everybody nod with me. Yes, and how many sentences were we supposed to write in our application today? 2. And what does our sentences start with?
A capital letter.
And our sentences always end with a p
Period.
or,
Exclamation mark.
and what are those called?
Punctuation.
Punctuation, right? And punctuations, let's just review what punctuations are really quick. We have periods, we have, what are these?
Exclamation mark.
And we have these
Question mark.
question marks, and oh, no commas. Commas don't end sentences, silly. And sometimes we have, what else? I think that's about it. Can you think of any more? No? Okay. All right, thank you, class. That was a great lesson. Let's put everything away and get ready for recess.